Well, I've gone back live. I'm going to have to reshare the link. No idea what happened there. I'm just going to message Fletch the little new link. Enter a fucking passcode. Fuck me. Joe, you're on mute. You're still on mute, Joe.
Hey, Bowen.
Hey-o.
So I was just sorting it out, sending it to the other guys.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I was just doing the same. What? So we are back. The Cowboys are on the clock. Some technical hiccups there. Don't know who pressed end stream. We will get to
Cowboys take Caleb Downs.
Hey-o.
There we go.
There we go. As expected. Top 10. Just falling out. I mean,
if you listen to the Good Teams Win, Great Teams Cover draft bet show, you will have heard somebody had Caleb Downs over 9.5. Go. Finally hit a pick. Hey, in fact, whilst we're shouting them out, I didn't know Joe was color coding as we go. Joseph, second O lineman, Maui Noah, 5-2. Let's give Joey his flowers as well. First winner of the night. And Paul also got Jordan Tyson, top 10 pick, 13-5. So we've got 3 winners already in the night. Joe keeps flagging a lot of mine as red, but I'm Johnny Longshot, so we don't mind too much. Just need to hit a few more of anything, truthfully. So Caleb Downs over 9.5. And more importantly, Caleb Downs is a Cowboy. Let's go.
That's crazy.
That is what we want to see. Kind of the pick I was hoping for.
How did people just let Caleb Downs fall to 11?
Yeah.
I had him on my mock draft. Caleb Downs 12 to the Cowboys as well, so we're taking that as a win, even if the number isn't right.
That's bizarre that he fell out of the top 10.
Yeah, I agree.
Defensive coordinator Christian Parker is a specialist.
Jordan Tyson coming up, so out of the blue, everyone had Tyson going sort of 14, 13, whatever else, and he's just kind of rocketed up.
Did not have Connell Tate going 4.
No, I was sure they were taking Styles at 4. It was like
I was very sure they weren't going wide receiver.
Yeah, I did not see them going receiver at all.
The other things they could have done, sure, could see a few different options, but receiver was not on my agenda, I must say. I thought Robert Saleh would get kind of his way and be like, we're going.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's why I was thinking he'd go Styles. He'd go and get his, linebacker and quarterback of the future. But
I'm not surprised that the Cowboys did go Downs though, because their defense was so bad last year.
Oh, so shockingly bad, yeah.
Yeah, gave so many big plays last year. I mean, there was that incredibly. I don't know if it's saying to anyone else, but I think it was week 2 or week 3. Russell Wilson went for nearly 500 yards with Wandale, and Malik Neighbors just open at every opportunity. And it's like, again, Malik Neighbors you can kind of understand, but Wandale Robinson shouldn't be getting downfield open. Line of scrimmage open, sure, it's Wandale, but you shouldn't be embarrassing your secondary like that. So huge area of need. Yeah, I am absolutely delighted.
There you go, Fletch. That's a little bit of trivia for you. You're 4 in the top 10. They're still not there. They're still only those 2 teams now.
Yep. I was literally just thinking the same thing. So with Caleb Downs falling to 11, that was 3 Ohio State Buckeyes in the top 10.
Yeah.
Not joining the other 2 with 4.
Fletcher's a college man and obviously a Midwesterner in spirit, if not by birth. Don't you think it's weird that Ohio State have all these good players and can't win a national championship?
I think it's hilarious.
I thought you might. Yeah, I thought you might. I just wanted to cue you up there, buddy.
No, I mean to be fair, you can't say.
Also, can we just double check that Fletch did actually just give them their full title in that last comment?
Yes, I did.
I did notice that, but I wasn't going to bring it up.
I was definitely bringing it up. I'm bringing it up. Definitely.
I was going to say, and at the end of the day, they did win a national championship. Granted, not this year, But the majority of that team has won a national championship when they won it last year.
And they finally beat Michigan.
Finally, after all these years, this painstaking decade that they've been going through, unable to beat the Wolverines.
Maybe it's
Yeah,
because the
they
Wolverines
finally
didn't have
get
their
it done.
signals.
Didn't
Alrighty,
have
well,
them the
Miami-
2 times before that.
Miami have not hang
Miami
around there.
They got Ruben Bain, surely?
Yeah.
Anyone got a shout that isn't Ruben Bain? I'd love to hear one.
Jamon McCoy.
Makai Lemon?
Maybe O-Tackle as well. Maybe.
Makai Lemon, possibly.
Mm.
A huge need. I mean, who's their wide receiver one now?
If
Is it
Washington? Parker Washington or something? Or
Malik Washington.
no.
Parker Washington a few years ago, yeah. I think it's Malik Washington, the slot guy. I can't think of anyone else who's on the.
It's bad. Whatever it is.
Hayden
They're called
Proctor.
Wow.
I had him going to
was
the Lions.
not expecting him to go so high. I really wasn't.
I had him going to you guys at 17. Were you picking Fletch? 17? I would thought he was in the.
I didn't even have him going
there.
17.
I had him as a wild one at number 9.
Monroe Freeling season.
You got a good feeling about it?
I've got a good feeling.
Maybe they're hoping they keep Willis upright a bit. I mean, he's a huge lad. He
is. And I also think with who Proctor is and kind of how he is this really just a look at 2027? Like, you can play him this year, sure, but it doesn't matter if the Dolphins win 2 games or 3 games or 4 games.
He's quite a raw prospect, isn't he? Like, they're going to give 2026 or this season even to develop him a bit more.
He is a beast. I mean, he is a unit.
Absolutely.
He is.
I think he might be you guys know college ball more than me. I presume everybody here. But I presume he's the all-lineman with the tackle with the most upside, but also like the scariest flaw.
No, see, I don't know, because whenever I watch his tape,
Freeling's got a higher upside.
Yeah,
absolutely. So I think the difference between Proctor and Freeling is a 1-year starter. He's only started this in 2025. Other than that, he played 1 game in the playoffs last year. Didn't look great, but other than that, he's not played. Hayden Proctor's a 3-year starter in the SEC. And now, granted, like 3-year starter in the SEC as an O-lineman is quite the CV to obtain. But I feel like I've not seen enough from him improvement-wise throughout 3 years as an SEC. He doesn't. Whereas
he's used his size to his benefit in the college game, because he's just been able to he's just literally just bullies those kids, and he's such a huge unit. So I think as Fletch says, he's played at a level, and he hasn't gone above, and he hasn't shown that massive steps of improvement. Whereas Freeling came in, played a playoff game, and looked awful, and then last year really, really came on leaps and bounds. So
at the same time, he's a big guy, and I think he clocked out max about 370. 370.
There's no way he's going to play at that. He's got to come down.
I'm going to say he's generally considered to be 350, but he maxed out around 370 and
you can see how big he is just by the way that he hugs Roger Goodell.
Just enveloped him, didn't he? Just literally swallowed him up.
He had to have a couple of people encouraging him to slim down a little bit. My main problem with him, though, is with that sheer mass that he's moving around, he's not very shifty. So what I found was if he's decided, if he's going right, there ain't no going left. So if any
it's a lot of mass to turn around, isn't it? It's a
lot of mass to shift. Yeah, so like any half decent defensive lineman knows that, okay, if he's going right, if I shift left, he's just not catching me. He might be able to grab, but then you're risking holding calls and grabs. So he was getting beaten a lot, so much on the inside because he just couldn't shift back.
Couldn't get back in there.
If he gets like, if you're gonna try and run into him, right, there's no chance you're bull rushing him. That is a big fella. You're not bull rushing.
And also, I think you think about it, right? All the Dolphins are going to do is go, hey, H-Chang, run behind that big line. There are going to be a lot of outside right tackle runs for Miami.
Yeah.
But the thing is, with Eli, he's not the greatest run blocker. But what you find is with most of the offensive linemen, they're either really good at run blocking or they're good at one and not as good at the other. He's not the greatest run blocker, but what I felt like, if he doesn't move someone, it's not often as often as you'd like maybe for a top half of the first round pick, that he's just going to simply move someone. But what he does act as, and he just acts as a great wall.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not that bothered. As long as he can get in between you and where the running back's going, it's like, you ain't getting round me.
Yeah.
I'm just not letting you round me. I'm going to be a big brick wall. And good luck getting around that brick wall, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still, don't know. Still quite surprised he went there.
I am.
But I think they'll trim him down a little bit. They'll have to.
So who do we think? Do we think the Rams are picking? Do we think they're trading back?
I think they go Makai Lemon.
If they pick, they should take Lemon.
Yeah. Fuck me. Are the Ravens going to get Ruben Bain at 14?
As we said, the Ravens are just locking into it's just a Ravens type draft, isn't it? I mean, they're going to sit there and go, we got Ruben Bain Jr. or Ioane. I mean,
I think they go Ioane because I just think he's built to be a Raven.
Yeah, but can you turn that guy down?
But then again, Ruben
Bain
is there.
Ruben Bain, and I think Ioane is a perfect Raven. I'm going Ruben Bain. Yeah, and I tell you what, it'll make Max Crosby's dodgy medical look even better for the Ravens if they are Ruben Bain and they still keep their 2027 first round pick and they add Trey Hendrickson, of course. So
who's Sam taking?
It sounds like it sounds like a silly question, but I promise you it's not. If Ruben Bain slips past the Ravens, I mean, I could see the Lions taking him because
where does he go then?
Edge would be nice. But
Chargers
I prefer
him,
offensive line. But I can see Brad Holmes saying, whoa, best player off the board at the end of the day. But if he falls past, say, the Lions, no one else, maybe the Cowboys might go edge.
If the Cowboys come away with Caleb Downs and Ruben Bain,
if he falls,
I might Gary Lineker and do the rest of the stream in my pants.
Cowboys are picking at what, 20?
Yep.
Let's just say, I'm just going to say, let's just say Ruben Bain continues to fall. Do we have to start investigating Howie Roseman? Because I genuinely, I wonder.
I would genuinely be
he leaked it. He leaked Nick's,
if he somehow fell to the Eagles.
No, if he falls that far, somebody's trading back up.
I
would look at the Niners packaging something there and going, "Fuck, no, we can't." If he's at 18, 19, they're going in for him because we need an edge rusher, and I wouldn't be upset by it.
But who's to say they couldn't have a phone call with, say, the Panthers, the Eagles? Because I have an anti-Howie Roseman agenda. I think it's just that, to be honest. You can just ignore me now.
Can't be a bit of an NFC fan, right?
Every year it's something like this just gets pulled by the Eagles, and I'm sick of it. I think.
Who isn't?
But for you, it's got to be worse in the NFC East.
You don't tell me about it, mate. That's what I'm saying. Like, can't be a bitter NFC fan. Hello. I'm not throwing shade. Jihad Campbell last year, Cooper DeJean the year before. Just like these guys who were like, you can see a perfect fit in round one. I think Jihad Campbell was the end of round one, but like to me, it was like Jihad Campbell's going to be a buck. He's going to be there like 21 or whatever the number was. It's falling. It's like, oh well, who's there? Howie, motherfucker. Of course it's Howie. Like greatest gem in the world by what? He just sits.
Here
and
comes
where's
Goodell.
everyone else to overthink themselves? We got Goodell coming out. Did someone say?
I'll ask the question after.
I've got Goodell walking up. I think Nick's just ahead of me.
Ooh.
Yeah, why is there some streams that are like ahead? I don't understand.
So, I'm watching it on the Zone app on my Fire Stick.
Ty Simpson.
I like the fact that what Sam has probably just fallen off his chair.
The Rams have just
Michael
taken
Penix,
Ty
you are
Simpson.
forgiven. You are not the craziest draft pick of the last few years.
Holy.
We've been covering this stream. Ty Simpson is the 13th overall pick to the LA Rams. I had Ty Simpson going to the Bucks, and I got.
Do they know something about Stafford that we don't?
I mean, he spent all last off season in a
more. Well, it's only a matter of time until Stafford retires. He might just play one more season. He might play a couple more,
and get him in now.
Yeah.
The stories came out today that it was Les Snead who told Ty Simpson's dad that they had a first-round grade on him. That's one of the big reasons Ty Simpson came out.
That's mad.
15 starts in college, I believe. It's a hefty one, but
I suppose if you want to get Simpson and the Jets take him at 16, you can't wait. So
absolutely,
and you laughed at me. You laughed at me on our draft when I took Simpson at 16. Thank you very much.
Well,
gentlemen.
that's because you took Simpson at 16, and I laughed at you because I thought that was ridiculous.
Thought that was insane.
16.
Nick can also laugh at the Rams taking him at 13. To be fair,
I know, yeah.
It's not mutual.
Sam's losing his shit right now.
Sam's just like he's just wow.
As much as we all know college football, we all know quarterbacks. I don't think I know anything about these guys as much as Sean McVay and Les Snead do. What have they seen here?
I mean, he's
got a big board. Fletch, I know you're dialing on college football. Who's going to tell me why Ty Simpson isn't a bust?
Nick is, because he's got it on his big board. He was the second QB in this graph.
Yeah, I think, to be fair, I did have a first-round grade on it. To be fair, I think you have to, if you give Ty Simpson his credit, his season last year or this year just finished.
Yep,
is a tale of two halves, because in the first half of the season he was fit, he was healthy, and he was playing really well. And then in the second half of the season, he was carrying injuries, he was carrying niggles, he was trying to do too much, and that's what cost him in the with his play being reduced in quality. So I think if you take the first half of the season, I think, to be fair, he's probably worth it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm surprised he didn't stay in college another year.
Yeah,
I don't know why Alabama didn't want to keep him.
He's probably looking
especially
because
he's only got 1 year of college experience.
Yeah, he redshirted it. He had his junior year, and that was it.
1 year of starting.
Yeah, 1 year starting experience.
But the thing about surprise he didn't wait a year. If the Rams have given him an indication that we'll take you in the first round, you don't wait for shit. I'll develop at the Rams.
There's that, and I know. Look, we'll probably all be saying something slightly different come October, November, December, January. But everything indicates that next year is going to be a much better quarterback class with Trinidad Chambliss, Dante Moore, Arch Manning, and all.
Does Lenore Sellers get a shot?
This year, Lenore Sellers, yeah. This year, you are quarterback 2. Even if you have a very good year next year, there is still a likelihood that you come off that board, no matter how good you are, quarterback 5. A very high possibility. So right now, I'd take being quarterback 2 in this draft over being quarterback 5 next year.
And I think, sorry to interrupt you, Fletch. I've just said it. Just to reiterate, it's just been picked 13th overall to the LA Rams.
I'm not sure go 13 next year.
Exactly. Even if he would, he has gone 13th. What a fit for him. He gets to sit behind Stafford a year.
Ravens did not hang around getting their pick in, did they?
you get to go to LA. Go to LA, sit behind Stafford, learn under McVay and Stafford and everything that's going on there. But also I'm thinking of now, if you're quarterback 5, there is a high chance you are low round 2, high round 3, maybe, depending on the draft, maybe next year. You've just got first round money as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you've just got however much. He's just earned $47 million for the next 4 years or whatever it is.
Every experience you have is great, but also it's just agents laughing. Right, that agent he's just called his wife and said, "Buy the Lamborghini, love."
And
Ravens have gone.
Rego Awane for the Ravens.
There we go.
I think the Ravens pick
all
that.
Day, but...
Yeah. God, Ruben Bain is now at 15.
We both said it that it was the most Ravens pick ever, and they've done it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I mean, they've actually done what they should have done, but it's been crying out that is going to be the Ravens pick. He's just a Raven, isn't he? He just
is.
And those last 2 picks, I will just give a shout out here. I had 2 quarterbacks, or over 1.5 quarterbacks in the first round. I mean, it was 1 to 2, but I just felt it was nailed on. Ty Simpson was going to go in the first round. And Paul's just hit on Ravens O-line as their first position, 6 to 4, which again could have been a tackle, but we all felt it was going to be Ioane, and there he is. 6-4. Another winner for Paul, 2 on the night, 2 for me on the night so far, and 2 for Joe on the night, who also had Ioane under 14.5, because once again,
he knew he was going at 14.
He's going to the Ravens. Exactly. There we go.
Everybody knew if he was still on the board, he was going at 14. Oh, it's a good pick for the Ravens. I mean, he's a beast, and he'll fit right in there. And
I forget my own bets.
Do the Bucks take Bain?
They should
keep him in Florida, or
they need an edge rusher. They haven't had an edge rusher since JPP. I don't think so.
I've had 3 bets come in already.
Well, give me a shout, Nick. What
are they? David Bailey to be the first edge off the board, Carnell Tate to be the first wide receiver off the board, and Mansour Delane to be the first corner off the board. They weren't big money bets, but yeah,
we don't nailed it.
All we like to hear is winners, Nick. So great stuff. I could go through some of the losers we've had as well. I had a sneaky one on safety. Second safety, Caleb Downs, just there was so much stinky cheese. I thought he might end up falling. I also had Ioane second lineman, which kind of stings at 6 to 1. And Caden Proctor. Oh, no, he's actually 4th. Never mind. I can't be too bitter about Caden Proctor then. A few losses, obviously. I had Jeremiah Love going to the Rams, 40 to 1, 50 to 1, 28 to 1. I thought they would just trade up and get the best offensive weapon in the class.
And that would have been insane if he went to the Rams.
They should have done it. But I don't think the Cardinals are trading back from 3.
And then trade away Williams.
Yeah, I'll just have Williams as the backup this year. He's cuttable next year's contract, so I don't think Kyron Williams is that good. Blake Corum made into his work a lot down the stretch last year. I think they're pretty comparable players, and Jeremiah Love is special. So it's kind of like, to me, the Rams are all in for this year. And then they go and take a backup quarterback and make me look like an idiot. So what do I know? I thought they were pushing for the best offensive weapon. I thought they'd go Mekhi Lemon, if not. I
thought they'd give Stafford something to give, as you say, this one last hurrah for Stafford.
Yeah. But they've already used their own pick on Trent McDuffie this year, so they're not picking again till certainly tomorrow. I'm not sure if it's in the
tomorrow,
second round.
I don't even think they've got.
Yeah, I'm not sure on their second, what their status is. I had the tank phone up earlier. I must have put it down. So who are on the clock now? So pick is in for Tampa.
Jets are on the clock.
Feels like it has to be Ruben Bain, right?
16. Tampa, you'd think it has to be, but do they desperately need an edge?
I think so.
They just walked away with 2 edges.
Yeah.
Like both edges.
That would be insane.
If they got David Bailey and Arvell Reese, can you imagine?
But then again, who are they playing at quarterback?
Who's that? The Jets, Geno Smith.
Yeah.
Geno Smith for a year.
Geno Smith's
a holding.
Still going to be bad.
Still going to be bad, which they knew, I think. What are we saying the Jets are doing, Fletch? Is it minging for Manning?
Minging for Mensah. It's minging for Mensah.
Diving for Dante.
Well, we're not buying into this fake media Arch Manning hype. We had it last year. He was the Heisman winner before a ball had even been blown up for preseason practice. Yeah. He was the number 1 overall pick. He was everything. I'm not buying it, right? I'm not buying it. So it's minging for Mensah, diving for Dante, terrible for Trinidad. I'm pretty sure there was one more.
Sucking for Sellers. Let's throw that one in there.
Suck for Sellers. I like that one.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, go on. Sorry.
That doesn't. Hang on. No, actually, I feel like feels
for
very.
Trinidad, minging
feels
for
very
Mensah,
Mike Vrabel.
I was going to say, we're getting to a Dino Rossini bit here, sucking for something, but
Well, they're happy.
Might be a little later in the show, that one.
Room's happy for that. So, what have they gone?
Kick off.
Very funny.
What do you reckon, Nick?
What
What do you reckon, Nick? Sadiq, or are they taking Ruben Bain?
Sadiq.
I think they're going Sadiq because I've for ages I've had the Ravens and the Bucks alternating. So if one took Vega, the other one was going to take Sadiq, or the other way around. So I think the fact that the Ravens took Vega means I think the Bucks are going to take Sadiq.
Do we think so? Paula's a bet on Bucks D line 7-5, first position. I think my bet might be dead. Joe, what do you reckon? We talked this on Monday. Bucks first draft pick to be a quarterback. It was 50-1. I think it might be 5,000-1 right now. So
it's probably got bigger. Yeah, that bet is that's a lot.
Come on, Carson. Come on.
Yeah, exactly.
Drew Allard.
Here
comes Drew Allard.
I don't feel that bad about it though, considering Ty Simpson went before they even picked. Because everyone was saying it's going to be the Cardinals trading up to 26, etc., etc. Or
that's why I had it. That's why I had it going.
That's why I had it.
The Bills. Bills dropping him out.
Tom, do you have the pick for us?
Yeah,
Tom's
Ruben
ahead. Hang on,
Bain.
wait.
Bain.
Yeah. I think they probably had to just go. He's right there. We've got to take him. We did not expect him to be there.
And then
there you go. And he stays in Florida.
And I think you're right. They did need it.
Yeah, all in our mock drafts, we always took edge for Bucks, and it was always like Messidor or like not the best. So the fact that you get Bain to drop down there, it's a no-brainer.
It's a no-brainer, isn't it?
He doesn't look that happy though. To be,
I'm going to go Lemon. Jets.
He doesn't look that happy to be dropping to 15.
Which is not a good thing, right? Because he's then going to come in feeling a bit like I shouldn't be the 15th pick here. Which,
well, if things go badly, I can just see him saying to Todd Bowles, "You expect to see one of us in the wreckage." As Todd Bowles gets fired at the end of the year over Julie. I think a horse came in on Fletcher's stream there somewhere. I don't know who done the impression, but I was saying
not again.
Like a horse.
Not again.
He's got tiny arms though. Tiny arms. Here we go again.
Did the play against the Patriots? Might be fun watching him go up against Will Campbell. T-Rex versus T-Rex. And also means my quarterback bet did not hit. Womp.
Jets pick is in. Lions are on the clock.
Jets. Who are we thinking the Jets are taking then?
I'm going with Joe. I think it's Mackay Lemon.
I think it's Lemon or possibly Colton Hood.
Who was your second one there, Nick? Sorry.
No, I don't think they're going online.
Colton Hood.
Oh, Colton Hood. Sorry, I thought you said Colton Miller. I'm like, isn't that the Raiders tackle from whenever? And I'm like, I've definitely misheard you because that's a hell of a trade.
Freeling's definitely
dropping I think McCoy, based on what the guys from last year who were injured that fell, like you look at like Benjamin Morrison, who had a first round grade and was predicted to be like no later than 25, fell all the way to 37. McCoy is going to drop. And with this news yesterday that he supposedly needs another surgery, he may well drop straight out of the first round. So I think Colton Hood will be the next corner off the board. It's just how high he goes. But yeah, I mean the Jets need a wide receiver. So with no Ty Simpson in play, they don't need to move. They could take their cornerback at the beginning of the second, so that would mean possibly it's a wide receiver here, and so no Tate, no Tyson on the board. Lemon's the next one up.
Gotta be Lemon, but as Gary was saying, then it was. We'll carry on with Byron's thing. It was a Freeland that we would land an offensive tackle, but now it's more than a Freeland that we're going to land an offensive tackle. I've been sitting on that one. I've been waiting for the moment.
That is a good one, Fletch. Fair play.
You're going to be good if it's Blake Miller, aren't you?
Shout out to Boston.
I'm going to be fuming. Because, what can I do with Blake Miller? I'm going to have to come up with a whole load of new material. I've not got the time for it.
Well, come on, buddy. He'll be right there on Blake, Michigan.
If it was, to be fair, if it was Blake Miller, then Penny Sewell could shake and Blake.
Hey.
And the time it is for you guys is maybe time to awaken Blake. But
Mrs. Fletcher,
he's Lone Wolf reeling.
I said to Mrs. Fletch the other day, because she was obviously this last month or so has been so busy. I was like, look, Saturday, no one really kept every single one of us we don't really watch the draft unless we know someone, like a lot of UK people will be out in Pittsburgh, they'll be making picks on day 3. Getting up on stage, be nice to see some of them.
Yeah.
But most of us sit at home or we'll go out for the day and just kind of go, who've we got? Any names that we know still
any German tight
any
ends?
names that we know come off. So we do that. So like Saturday I'm not too bothered, but Sunday, like I'm it. Like I'm done. I'm not doing anything. No football, no nothing.
Jets have taken Kenyon Sadiq.
Whoa! Love it.
And the Lions pick is in.
Here.
But we'll sit there on Sunday and she's like, well, shall we chill? Shall we watch a film? And I'm like, no. I've got to write Blake Miller jokes now. It's not.
What we have to do first is
what do we think of that pick though? Kenyon Sadiq to the Jets.
All upside. The athletic testing is off the charts. The on field, you guys again. I'll lean more on the college thing here, but the production not super. But he has come out young. Huge upside is kind of.
But
what
also, they didn't really throw him. They didn't really throw to him that much at Oregon.
Exactly. Like it's tough when like they are the circumstances, but like the raw numbers, ultimately not what you would want in a tight end you're taking this early. But I think there's some upside with the Jets offense. Gino's going to hold it back. Like, and there's not going to be an upper limit, but I think there's competency. Gino's kind of fine. It was terrible last year with that Raiders O-line, but I don't think that's all on Gino. I think the offense was appalling by Chip Kelly. I think the line's pretty good in New York. Garrett Wilson's a great one. A.D. Mitchell's a great deep threat. Breece Hall's an absolutely fine running back. Sadiq and Mason Taylor, again, it's all upside. But I think that's what the Jets have to do. Like, there was no point trying to get singles. Swing for the fences. See what 2027 gives you. They've got a huge amount of capital next year. See what you get is kind of my takeaway.
I think my problem with Kenyon Sadiq is he's very, very, like, for the size that he's a tight end size, but he moves like a Jordan Tyson. He is that fast and so athletic, but he just can't block. He can't get the hands up. He doesn't generate power from his legs when he blocks and he leans into it, and it's just not good. But I will say, when it turns up, when you talk about like how often they target him, maybe not targeting him the most, but last year, I don't know if Nick wants to, you got to back me up on this one. Half of Oregon had no passing weapons towards the end of last year, and he carried that team into the play and went into the playoffs and threw the 2 touchdowns in the Big Ten championship. And like when they had nothing, he kind of put them on the back a little bit. So he turned, like, one of the things is you may not target him he may not see a lot of targets, but he'll turn up when it matters. And if you need him, he's good to go. And he doesn't seem to shy away from big moments or needing to put a team on his back.
I remember Fletch, I'm pretty sure, did they play Washington last year? And it was like some barnstorm of a game. And he scored in that one. I remember it going really back and forth. It was like 37-all or some shit like that.
Yeah, Oregon Washington's always a brilliant game. Pac-12 matchup now in the Big Ten. Like, it's always a great game because it's a rivalry in it. So like both teams, like with anything, any rivalry game, both teams just turn up on the day. It's always a good one. But he turns up when it matters. And he is an absolute burner. Give him half a step. Even if you're lining up in press, give him a couple of yards in press. If he can get that first step off, he's gone. Like, you're not touching him. He's gone past DBs. Know what I mean? And given that he's got the size and the weight behind him, good luck trying to throw him off routes and get physical with him because he's big enough for you to overpower anyone getting physical with him.
Yeah. Lions pick is in. Well, we know Fletcher's feeling Freeland. Anybody got anything that isn't more than raw Freeland as a vibe? Too rich for anyone else. Keldrick, Fork, Edge. You're just not going to do it over the elite tackle, right?
I don't know. This is the problem. Is you know what I want. Doesn't necessarily mean that's what Brad's gonna. That's what Brad Holmes is gonna do. I can see we'll end up getting Dylan Thieneman or something. No, he'll be the one who goes to the Eagles, and they'll be reviving the white defense.
I think maybe Blake Miller potentially, but
Blake Michigan. That's what I've heard people have been calling him. It seems like such an obvious one for Freedy.
Quite good. I quite like that one. Yeah.
Looking at what's available again, mock draft database. Mackay Lemon, wide receiver, couldn't be less of a need. German McCoy, we know why he's falling. Thieneman, Falk, Messidor. Again, I'm not going to bother mentioning the wide receivers. Blake Miller, McNeil Warren. It just, if this isn't Freeland, and especially if it's not a tackle, I'm going to be mind blowing here. So, yeah, I think I had one doing mock drafts of struggling between like Proctor. Freeland was already off the board. Proctor or McCoy. But as more and more I've learned of McCoy in this last week, I kind of agree that it's going to be a struggle to see him going in the first round at this point. So, I hate
these videos. Now, the last couple of years, I've hated the videos of the Lions from the draft room as they're all shaking hands and all that sort of stuff. I like the videos from the first couple of years where Brad Holmes had just gut punched Dan Campbell and
that's how you know they're getting a bit too old now.
No, I genuinely think someone's turned around and gone like, "You guys need to calm down."
Well, I'm wondering because Dan Campbell's the 4 espressos on a morning guy. As his guts finally said, "Don't fucking punch me in my guts again," or we're gonna have a viral moment that I do not want.
Here we go. Who is it? Oh my God, just say it.
It's a Make-A-Wish kids thing.
No way. At 17? That's a reach. I hope he's got, growthitis.
Well, you know what they say about Make-A-Wish kids? What have Make-A-Wish kids and milk got in common?
I'm going to let you finish this
They've both got an expiry date.
Well, it's been great having Nick on the show.
Oh, here we go.
Blake Michigan. Miller. It's Blake Michigan.
Blake Michigan. Here we go.
Oh.
I called it.
And after last year's, my great nickname last year was Tyler Shook being the Fleur Leaf Clover.
How is Monroe Freeland falling?
Blake Michigan is my new one.
I think that's an experience thing, Tom. I think the amount of experience that Blake Miller's got over Monroe Freeland, it can only be that. It's got 54 straight starts, the wrestling background that he's got. I think I can only assume it's his experience at the college level over Monroe Freeland that's got him. Because I think Monroe Freeland's probably sort of a Campbell guy. Yeah, but I think that's a lot of experience to leave on the board if you. So I can only assume that's what he's looked at because I don't think there's a drastic difference between the two. But then again, maybe they want to keep Penny-Sewell at left tackle, and so it's easier to bring in a right. I don't know.
Can you confirm, Nick? You mentioned the wrestling background there. Can you confirm he was drafted because he managed to pin Dan Campbell?
I have no idea as to whether that happened, but I suppose if you can pin Dan Campbell, fair play to you.
That's what I've heard. That's coming through the ELO right now. Yeah, Rashidi can't get on TV, but she can get sources into me. So.
As the resident Lions fan, what are your thoughts?
It's a tackle. I'll take it. It's a tackle.
You sound like Dino.
I like him. No, I like him, and he was one of the few. Obviously, Clemson have not had a bad year last year. It was something that we really, really enjoyed talking about on the college pod.
Dan, the Vikings are already done.
The Minnesota Vikings have taken Caleb Banks.
Caleb Banks?
Wow.
DT3? DT4 on the boards?
Wow.
They didn't go for Dylan Tianeman. What?
I don't even think he got mentioned when we talked DTs earlier. We had McDonald, Peter Woods, Kristen Miller, and Caleb Banks, or Lee Hunter, I guess, is 4 or 5.
Clearly, the Vikings know something that we don't, but I don't know. Yeah.
Well, they don't have a GM. Maybe they don't. Maybe they don't know something we do. Brian Flores just like, fuck it, I'm sneaking in a defensive player here. I don't care. But yeah, the white safety heritage dies with Harrison Smith. We all thought it was going to be Feeneman for that alone. Oh boy! So,
Nick, I've been told after your joke, I need to tell you a story later. My sources in Tallahassee have given me a story to tell you later. Apparently, after you make a wish joke, you'll really enjoy it.
Oh right, okay, brilliant, great. Providing I'm not being sacked, I'm all right.
No.
Oh. Well,
I thought I was getting an online sacking, and I was like, oh well, you know.
No, unfortunately, I've sent the clip off to the legal team. They're not on till tomorrow, so I'll hear back.
Oh well, I've got a bit of a stay of execution then.
No, to be fair, anyone obviously with the AAW network and all the podcasts we put out, nothing you can do. You've got so many things. Like, they're too busy doing paperwork for Gary and the unsportsmanlike conduct lads. Like, you're fine. They've got a while before they get back to you yet.
Okay, then fair enough.
Like obviously, Byron and Joe, because obviously you all started together on the Let's Talk Sports Network, didn't you? And
yeah, way back, yeah.
Yeah, so obviously you, Gary, and Matty and Alec all kind of go back to Let's Talk Sports. So you know what they're like and what they do with the NFL across the pond stuff. Across the UK, sorry. Mm-hmm. And 12 seconds into the first episode back, Deshaun Watson's name comes up. What did we have on Wednesday? Obviously, they had to get some James Pearce Jr. in for Tom. OJ Simpson's name came up yesterday. And there's nothing good that can come of this. I don't think.
I never thought I'd say this, but can I hear more about the Make-A-Wish kids from Nick, please?
I have got more jokes like that.
Well, let's focus on Caleb Banks maybe for a minute, and we'll maybe get back to the poor dying children. So yeah, DT. I mean, it feels like the entire defensive line position need for the Vikings, and I'm not sure if we all seen today or not. Ollie Connolly, one of the UK's best and brightest, kind of broke the news.
Did you say breast and brightest?
I did, because I can't speak, but yeah, best and brightest. I wasn't trying to make a tit of him. Broke the news that Jonathan Grenard is an Eagle, just pending it actually happening. Because he was like, oh, that's out there, right? And the co-host like, no, that isn't news yet. And he's like, oh, my bad. So if
the Eagles strike again, my God.
Yeah, Howie. So yeah, I do think it is a position of need. Obviously, lost Jonathan Allen in the offseason. Kind of had a bit of the salary cap situation is not great in Minnesota, so they had to lose a lot of veterans on that line. So, you've got Van Ginkel still obviously there, and they're going to want to obviously see Dallas Turner kind of step into that Grenard role if Jonathan Grenard, as we are to believe, is leaving in the next coming days. So I think it makes sense to go defense. I've been shocked a lot tonight, but I think just in terms of I can't say the most shocking because Ty Simpson went 13. So just a play that I didn't think would be a day one pick, though. I think it is Caleb Banks is going to be tough to beat going 18 overall. I did have Peter Woods in my actual mock. Let me just check. I had Peter Woods at D tackle. So again, not totally crazy. I just thought there's a couple of D tackles I would take ahead of Caleb Banks. So that's kind of where the biggest shocker is for me.
Do we think Mekhi Lemon goes to the Panthers, or do we think he slips to the Eagles and the Eagles get another steal again in the first round?
Great question.
Well, if the Eagles if the Eagles get Mackay Lemon, then that's definitely
AJ Brown has got
off
to the Patriots, basically.
Patriots, isn't it? You know. But you know, I don't know. I
could see
really don't know because
I'm going to put the Panthers in for Monroe
need
Freeman.
a wide receiver.
What was that, Nick? Sorry, I spoke over you. You should finish there.
So the Panthers need a wide receiver. So the Eagles have just traded with the Cowboys.
What?
They've done it before. It's how the Eagles got Devonta Smith, if I remember rightly, and Cowboys ended up with Micah Parsons. So obviously we need to see who the Panthers are taking first. But I bet Howie is saying, "Hey, Monroe Freeling's still there."
Monroe Freeling.
Okay. So is it? Feels like it has to be Mackay Lemon, right?
Has to be, right?
I don't know who else you trade up for at this point.
So that's got to be for Mackay Lemon, surely.
Surely. And they might as well put AJ Brown in a Patriots jersey, right?
The Eagles, like, oh my days.
I don't know if you guys seen the report as well that I just created. The Patriots weren't actually interested in the wide receiver from the Eagles. Apparently, the Patriots head coach just texted Rossini at booty hour o'clock, just saying, "Boy, I need AJB," and he just had a bit of a typo. And Rossini went, "Okay, yeah, I'll pop it in the Athletic for you." Yeah, Patriots want AJB, and turns out he wanted. I'll let you figure it out the rest for yourselves there. If I need to spell it out, then it suck to be you guys. So, yeah, I love this for the Panthers, who are fourth favourites for their division, and I think should be division favourites. They won the division last year. I think they've had a good off-season, and I think adding who we all love as a tackle here, only good things, right?
Yep. Oh, wait, no, did they? Wait, the Eagles haven't picked yet, have they?
They have not.
No. The pick is in now. It's coming out now.
Who do we think it is?
If it's not Mackay Lemon, then I don't know what's going on.
If it's not Mackay Lemon, then it's gonna be that freak of a tackle.
Who have you got freak of a tackle left? Caleb Lomu?
No, Maxi Yonacho.
Oh, Maxi
Mackay Lemon.
Mackay Lemon, yeah, it makes so much sense. Howie does it again.
Fuck the Eagles.
I don't know what the trade was yet, though.
That's mad.
I'm going to be annoyed, if I had Dallas taking Malachi Lawrence at 20. His former coach is now the assistant edge coach with the Cowboys. I thought it's a really good matchup. If they end up just taking him at 23, I'm going to be annoyed because that bet doesn't pay out for who drafted him. It's going to be the slot that drafted him. So obviously he didn't get drafted at 20. Mackay Lemon did. So yeah, Mackay Lemon, Devonta Smith, going to be heading up for the Eagles.
AJ Brown's definitely getting traded.
Yeah. It seems to be just we're saying Fernando Mendoza is the worst kept secret in football. AJ Brown, the worst kept secret in football. And again, Mike Vrabel's proclivity is second worst kept secret in football. Just seems absolutely nailed on. It would be funny now if the Patriots are like, nah, you can keep him. You can have 3 wide receivers and no first round pick next year. I'm not sure they'd be that fussed. I guess someone else would probably take AJ Brown.
I have no idea how Lemon fell to the Eagles. Like, that is mad.
It's just what happens. Baltimore players fall to them. The Eagles players fall to them. And, like how we always say is if life gives you lemons, you draft them. What's that famous Philadelphia saying? So now we get interested.
The Cowboys got for pick 20, they got 23, 114, and 137.
Okay. I mean, it's about what you would expect for this late in the first round. Extra couple of fourths. And I think they're missing their second with the Quinn and Williams trade. So they do need additional capital later on.
Obviously, but they gave away the 2 fifths, didn't they, earlier on?
Yep.
To move up one spot. So you basically, from the start of the draft, you're moving up them 2 fifths to fourths, probably? Or maybe start the fifth. So
Mackay Lemon.
And I think if they're looking at edge there, which I think they will be, Messidor's still there, Falk's still there, Lawrence is still there. I don't think the Steelers go edge.
No.
So maybe the Chargers do, but then you're still getting one of those three if you're looking at edge, which I think they will be. They could also maybe go second best linebacker. Nick, you mentioned him earlier, out of Georgia, C.J. Allen, I think, was it you were talking about?
C.J. Allen, yeah.
And also, sorry, the one I meant to say who you were talking about earlier, I just mislooked. Jacob Rodriguez. I don't know if it's too early.
Jacob Rodriguez at Texas Tech.
Yeah, in state.
I've loved him as early in the process at Christmas when I was going through, starting to go through tape and what have you. He just started climbing my board week after week after week. I mean, he started in like round 4, and then by the end of the process, when I was sort of done by February, he was top of 2, and wouldn't be surprised if he went in the first round. So he's really. But again, he's part of that Texas defense with David Bailey and Skylar Howard that have just been immense all year. And I'd put that Texas Tech defense as a unit against most NFL teams because they're an absolute terror.
I'll tell you what's funny is you look at the Eagles draft room and it looks like a bunch of like mobsters in the back, and then you look at the Rams draft room and there's like 4 people in there.
Big Dom's having his gabagool party. But yeah, they'll be delighted getting Mackay Lemon here. Just watching his highlights here. It's someone, I can't remember exactly, where did I have him in the mock draft? I think I had him in my mock going 16 to the Jets. Yeah, so certainly a bit of a dip down to 20, but in that range. And yeah, if AJ Brown's out of the picture, interesting combination, him and Devonta Smith. I'm not saying the replicas, but similar kind of builds, similar, profiles, I think. So and certainly an interesting combination.
I reckon the Steelers are up next, aren't they? Right, so they should pick an offensive tackle. If there's
I was thinking Caleb Lomu. Might be not sure, but I think it'll be tackle as well. Yeah.
Has Fanu gone yet?
Yeah, he went.
Fano went quite early, didn't he?
Yeah, 9 to the Browns. Spencer Fano.
Oh yeah, of course.
The more you know. Yeah, we've got Dylan Feeneman as well, just kind of hanging out there. But safeties have this thing, I think, of just there is sometimes just a drop because of the position. It does happen. Like I think I had McNeil Warren falling out the first entirely. I wouldn't be wild if the Steelers going like Omar Cooper. I think he'd be a good fit for what they have there already, and just pray that Aaron Rodgers comes back.
Yeah,
and I think anywhere from now, that's just had a really funny thought. Just trade 21 for George Pickens. You need a wide receiver. He's the best one available. But yeah, Pick is in, so they're not trading it for George Pickens, unfortunately.
No. Who are they taking now?
Oh no, they're all waving their towels at the moment.
There's a lot of people.
Oh, it's a home pick as well. Yes, of course.
There's a lot of people in Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Last year it was in Green Bay, right? And they reached for Matthew Golden, maybe another wide receiver. Got 2 very old people on the monitor. Anyone know who they were? Local celebrities, I'm guessing, but I've not got a clue.
I think one of them's Alan Faneca. Oh, Troy Polamalu.
We are definitely looking at a different screen. I think you're way ahead of me because that definitely wasn't Troy Polamalu. It was a white guy in his 70s. So
it's fallen hard times.
Yeah, seriously. The Head and Shoulders money must have run out a while ago. Some kind of splash for the home pick. Gary is predicting. The Packers done that last year and took Matthew Gold, and it was like, don't take a wide receiver just because he's the home draft team. I'm gonna say to Caleb Lomu.
Here comes Jerome Bettis.
Well, second time I think he's been out. He wait all night and then he comes out twice.
Yeah.
Some bus humour for everyone there. All right, yeah, I'll go Caleb Lomu. Joe, who do you reckon?
Yeah, I think same. I think it's going to be an offensive line. I don't think it's going to be exciting, but that's what the Steelers need.
Tom, any name you're going to give us?
Definitely, maybe Iheanacho.
And Fletch, I'm sneaking you back in. Steelers, who are they taking?
I'd draft number 3 or number 13.
I don't know what that means, Nick. So 3 or 13.
You'll get it in a minute.
Okay.
Max Iheanacho.
Yeah, knew it.
Max Iheanacho.
Iheanacho.
Kelechi's brother, I believe. So one for Man City heads there.
Do you know what? So do you know what? Someone else has joined me on it, and I didn't even have to pay him or anything like that. Brilliant, I love it.
Lifetime member of the Kelechi Iheanacho fan club here for my sins. I always thought he was going to be a 20-goal a season striker because he could finish like no other. Really, it reminded me truthfully a little bit of Robbie Fowler when he came through. Because I thought, man, this guy can just fucking finish, and then it just never.
I'm glad when he ran through playing for Leicester against City and company had already scored that absolute worldie, and he was clean through and he managed to put it wide. I was like, thank God you're shit.
Are you a City fan as well then, Nick?
Yeah, big one.
Nice.
Season ticket holder.
Very nice.
Glory supporters.
Well, you don't get many Glory supporters that are Arsenal fans, I guess, so you've got to throw that out when you can. When Leicester City, who are now in League One, have won a major trophy more recently.
Wait, who do you support, Byron?
Carlisle. So throw what you want at me, mate. It's going to be no more painful than my life experience. You can say what you like.
Byron, one good thing about Carlisle is they have one of the cheapest pints in the UK, though.
Yeah. Why do you think I grew up looking like this, mate? 21 years old and I look like this. Come on. Those pints at £2.70, they will get you through some hard times. I really thought when you said the one good thing about Carlisle, I thought you were going to say the way out. So I appreciate that it was at least a joke about it being a cheap city.
No,
I did think there's 3 motorway junctions.
Yeah, who's from what? Carlisle, Tom?
My granddad was born in Carlisle.
My man. I'm very biased, but I think it's the best city in the world. So you got a castle. You got beautiful views. You got a lake to sit right there.
Very different to Chicago, I imagine.
Yeah, it's much better. Yeah, you're right. There's not a single chippy in Chicago. There's like 40 in Carlisle. You can't get a bad sausage unless you know the right lady for love nor money. Carlisle, you can barely walk without clogging an artery. So, yeah, 0 Gregs in Chicago. Again, probably about 12 in Carlisle City Centre alone, which is half a mile wide.
You don't have to keep going. I'm sold.
I'm just getting emotional, so
who are we thinking for the Chargers here? I think maybe Omar Cooper.
Oh, that'd be nice. Justin Herbert got Orianda Grant.
I don't know. Dylan Thieneman's still on the board. They need they could do with some safety help.
I think it's going to be Keldrick Falk.
I mean, they've got Derwin James, one of the best safeties in the game.
Yeah.
You need another one.
Groovy saying Lomu.
Lomu, probably.
Paul predicted a Charger on our betting show, an O-lineman for the Chargers. If it's an inside O-lineman, I can kind of see it, but I think just you've got 2 great tackles. I know they missed last season, but I just think it's so rich to who you put inside.
Play with some of the worst in the NFL.
Exactly. So take the best guard. Don't take another tackle. It's kind of my view. But if you can convert one of them to a guard, maybe. But again, I would just rather take a Bisontis or Pregnon and take a proper guard rather than square peg round hole in. I think it'd be Keldrick Falk because I think they really need edge rush.
That's one take Akeem Messidor.
Messidor.
George, you want to say Messidor? Trying to get a harmony going here.
There you go.
Messidor. Yeah, I thought it'd be edge. I thought it'd be Falk, but they went behind the Messidor instead. So credit to them. Another Miami kid. Nick, what can you tell us of Akeem Messidor?
Slightly older prospect, but again, part of that Miami team that's just made a run that lost to Indiana in the final. Great passion, great energy. He's, 67 pressures in 2025. Absolute powerhouse. And he ran through Notre Dame like there was nobody there.
Yeah, it's interesting to watch both the ways that Ruben Bain and Messidor were both similar and different, and they both brought something slightly different. Ruben Bain's, I think, the more fluid mover. Ruben Bain would be really good, and we were saying this on the college pod that like Ruben Bain's going to be great as a tackle in a 4-3 or an edge in a 3-4 type player. But Messidor, I think you can genuinely put him on the edge. But he's one of the things I really enjoyed watching his tape is how set him on the edge, have him start on the outside, and then have him cut inside. And he tends to do really well, and especially in stopping the run as well. Helps obviously by having someone like Ruben Bain Jr. on the other side. For a quarterback, you've either got, no matter which way, you've got Messidor coming at you, turn one way, Ruben Bain Jr. is there, and vice versa.
And so another person to try and track down Mahomes
and Justin Fields.
Yeah. But I think my favourite thing about watching Messidor was when I was going through his tape properly, I was watching some of the drills that they were doing, because I rewatched a lot of his tape for the college pod, and they were doing the drills at the Miami Pro Day, and revealed the one job in football that I think I could actually do. And it's every college, I know every college has one, I don't know about NFL teams, but when they're doing the pro days, there's a guy that stands there with a football on a stick. And for the defensive linemen. Yeah. So as they're getting ready, and he'll move the stick as if as if it's a snap, and you see the ball move, then you go. But I just couldn't help but love the fact that there was a guy whose entire job was to have a ball on a stick and move it an inch all day, and I was like, I could do that.
Seems like one of them professions where you're like, maybe AI can take some jobs.
Yeah, but damn right, I'm obsessed with that role, right? Because can you imagine, he's not on terrible money to do that. He's going to be on some damn good money to be able to do that kind of job. And all you have to do is maybe balls around an inch. Like, I've been doing that my life for free.
Unrequested a lot of the times as well.
Unrequested. So, by the way, did want to say, as I was dipping out for a couple of minutes, I did appreciate the AJB joke. That was brilliant.
Cheers, mate. Nice to get some feedback from somebody who got it. And somebody who does get it as well, and we haven't really come to this angle on the Messidor pick. Joe, I have to come to you. First Canadian drafted, I believe. A proud moment?
Oh, yeah, of course. Obviously, I knew that, and that lined up and ready for no idea it was Canadian.
Straight out of the nation's capital, yeah. One of 8 children
there you go.
Of Haitian descent, but yeah, Canadian national. Kiki Messidor, as he's nicknamed. Canadian. I didn't quite realise till I seen where he'd having his draft party in Ottawa, and I thought, well, that's fucking wild if he's from, like, Ohio. So I had to have a quick sneaky look where he's from, yeah. Started playing football for the North Gloucester Giants. I'm sure you know them real well, Joe.
Yeah.
In the National Capital Amateur Football Association. I don't know if that's football, but yeah, Canada's finest.
There you go. Adds to the Canadians in the league.
Yeah,
no wonder he's so old. He's probably took him ages to get to America. And, so yeah. Good on him.
Good on him indeed. And now we have the Cowboys pick. Who are Dallas going to go? Keldrick Falk, maybe? Oh, no, I think it was Malachi Lawrence. So I'm going to sit with Malachi Lawrence. And I'm just going to be so annoyed if they draw it down and cost me my bet of it being Malachi Lawrence. I think it's 20-1. So that's going to be a real frustrating one to
what about one of the safeties?
I mean, yeah, it'd be Feeneman if it is, but they did take Caleb Downs like an hour ago. So that might feel a little rich doubling down on safety. So I don't think it'll be Feeneman.
Oh yeah, I mean that's a good point. I completely forgot you took.
What if we were doing this 6 days ago before everyone got stinky about Jamard McCoy? If you told me we get Caleb Downs and German McCoy,
I think they're going to take CJ Allen.
Linebacker, yeah, I could absolutely see it. Yeah. I think basically anything on defense is in play. And if we think Pickens might be out of town, which I think he will be, Omar Cooper?
Maybe.
And I kind of think the guy who has as higher ceiling as anybody, Casey Concepcion. I don't know if I want him on my team.
Malachi Lawrence.
You called it, Byron.
Yeah, called him at pick 20. Sure did. You fuckers, Jerry Jones. You owe me. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Delighted. I think great prospect, great fit. Solid rushing immediately. A little older, obviously, but yeah, fifth year. I think in college, you guys are going to know better than me. But I think he's dynamic edge rusher. And yeah, kind of the connection with his D-line coach coming over to the Cowboys already. He's got that familiarity. So all kind of good things. I think Caleb Downs and Lawrence I would have taken at the start of the night. Kind of evened out, or maybe worked out a little above in terms of the up-down trading. So yeah, really happy. Positions of need ticked. Pretty sensible night's work for Jerry and the lads. Jerry maybe still talking to Bill Clinton perhaps. So Stephen's got a chance to actually do his job, which is nice. Nick, I'm coming to you a lot because you have the big board and you seem really plugged in on who's who. And Malachi Lawrence, any reasons to be unexcited as a Cowboys fan?
No,
I can take it.
His stock's been rising a lot of late. He wasn't in my top 7 at that position, but yeah, his stock's been rising over the last few weeks as more and more people have been jumping on him. So I don't think he's a bad pick. I certainly rate him above Cassius Howell.
I just seen his little blurb come up on the NFL Network thing. It said juicy, violent hands, and that just reminds me of a girl I used to know. So hell of a gal. Well, things you can get for £7 in Carlisle, let me tell you, boys. Let's see, Malachi Lawrence.
What was you said about a battered sausage?
Yeah, comes with gravy as well, mate. Next up, what do we think Browns then? They've took tackle. Cleveland kind of sat here waiting, just kind of things that fell around them. I'm going to keep saying Omar Cooper for anybody who needs a wide receiver because I think he has to come off soon. Feeneman, obviously.
I could see it.
I had McCoy here as my mock draft because the Browns case he misses a year. They miss every fucking year. You know, it's not really the end of the world, is it? So does Todd Monken get himself a playmaker? They desperately need one. Or Harold Fanning is going to have 5,000 targets.
Yeah.
I had McCoy in my mock draft, but I think I had Omar Cooper off the board at that point. I'm going to go Omar Cooper.
I quite like the McCoy pick, to be fair. We'll have to see.
Yeah, I mean, if they don't take someone like an Amari Cooper Jr. or Casey Concepcion, anyone who plays fantasy football, get favouring Harold Fanning Jr. now to take him.
Yeah.
Because if you are in a PPR league, you are quitting. You've got to win. But I think, best O-linemen are off the board. You're probably not looking at one of the proper O-linemen anymore. Go wide receiver. Go get a Amari Cooper Jr. Or Casey Concepcion.
And I know, Nick, you did mention earlier maybe Colton Hood's next DB off the board. Avian Terrell, Chris Johnson, a few little names who kind of snuck up in the process. So I'm going to stick with Omar Cooper, but Joe, you got a name you want to throw out?
Yeah, they obviously went tackle number 9, so, and it feels like all when we do a mock draft and everything, so it's like those are going to go all line, they're going to go wide receiver, and it just depends which way around they go. I'm hoping Cooper falls down to 49ers, so I'll go for Concepcion just to throw it out there in case they're listening, in case the Browns GM's listening and is getting some last tips in, figure out who to pick. So
you got to say that'd be very smart of him.
Pretty sure the last time they showed the War Room, I did see the corner of Tom's cap. So there might be. I think we're on to a winner here.
I have maybe a better question. What is the Brownsiest pick they could make here? Is it Carson Beck?
Yeah.
Probably some guy that should go in the 4th round or something.
Trade him for
Carson
the
Beck. That's what they just said. Carson Beck.
Yeah, could trade for the rights to Justin Tucker, maybe. I'm trying to think what would be pure Brownsy. Maybe like Eli Stowers, who I think is a fine tight end, but couldn't be less of a need.
Yeah.
Could be Brownsy. They also don't need a running back, so maybe Darian Price. Or who's the kid out of Navy? Eli Hendrick.
Yeah.
Heidenreich. I'm not sure exactly how you say it, but he's a fascinating one to watch. He's obviously not going to go round one. I'm just trying to think of some funny names that would be, like I say, pure Browns.
I mean, let's do one for the international audience. Could go with the Seydou Traore, the tight end out of Mississippi State, born and raised in London.
Casey Concepcion.
Oh, wide receiver 1.
Something out listening.
Judy. It stinks. They are listening, Joe. You're quite right. Yeah. Very, very interesting one. I fascinated by Concepcion. Can't catch the ball, but can do everything else. So,
how has Dylan Thieneman fallen to the Bears? Jesus.
Well, the Bears need a bit of everything as well.
I can't wait for the Browns to do like the post.
So not only have we had the immaculate reception for the Steelers, now we've got Casey Concepcion for the Browns.
Yeah, there's got to be something that's going to come. There's got to be an immaculate Concepcion somewhere. Something.
Well, one wasn't a catch and one can't catch, so it kind of fits well together. Fletch, you were going to say?
I was going to say, you know when they do the post-draft press conference, end of day one, GM's out there, if I don't hear Joe mentioned by name, I'm going to start making some emails.
The idea of an email has ever been more threatening.
I'll white chicks it. Dear Mr. Cleveland Browns.
I don't know if I'm proud or ashamed to say I've never seen white chicks, but I presume your impression was spot on. So
Joe seemed to like it, and I'll take that. I'll take that as.
Joe's got better taste in everything than I have. He's a 49ers fan for one, and he's actually seen some films that were made in the 21st century. So, yeah, 2 for 2 on that one.
one of my
the Browns literally they put Shador Sanders as pieces of the puzzle. Like that just makes me laugh, to be honest.
Pieces that are in place or to be solved. I mean, he's a Pro Bowl quarterback, technically. He's a literal Pro Bowl quarterback. So.
Someone that had 7 touchdowns to 10 picks, a Pro Bowl quarterback.
Because a lot of injured quarterbacks last year who refused to turn up. I mean, the Browns had 2 Pro Bowl quarterbacks last year. Joe Flacco went as well, who got traded mid-season, but he's still a Pro Bowl quarterback. His first Pro Bowl appearance. Sorry.
Do you know who was the Pro Bowl quarterback? Tyler Huntley, somehow.
Yeah.
Exactly. All great.
There were a couple of quarterbacks as well at the end of the season who just kind of threw a tantrum and said, no, we call that doing a Notre Dame. So I had to get one in there, Nick. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, I see the
I'm not sorry. That was a
yeah.
lie. I'm not sorry.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
No, I don't want to play anymore. You won't let me go. I'm not going to play anymore.
Well, screw you guys. I'm going here.
I love it.
So we move to Chicago, my hometown. Oh, in fact, not hometown, my current home. Let's switch over. Chicago, here we go. A hat straight from Welcome 94. So, $10. The things you can get on the internet nowadays. Let's go Chicago for a little bit. Chicago my bet is for them to go O-line at 17-4. I was kind of hoping there'd be a few more tackles still on the board when I made that bet, though, truthfully. But they need a left tackle. And they had Drew Dahlman say, actually, you know what? I don't like Peter that much, so I'm out after a year, which I think improved the need. And they also need, I think, one of everything on defense. So there's kind of everything in play. Keldrick Falk on edge. Pick your DT that isn't Caleb Banks. Cornerback, safety.
That's the thing. I had
right?
Caleb Banks going here, but obviously he went earlier.
Yeah, a while ago it feels like now. Yeah, 18 to the Vikings. Very confusingly.
One name that's not been mentioned yet by ourselves in terms of the safeties is someone who
they should go for safety.
Could genuinely switch. Dylan Thieneman and Emmanuel McNeil-Warren. Flip either of them as who's the number one safety left on the board.
They don't have a lot of safeties either, do they, the Bears?
Oh, there's been a trade.
Oh.
The Texans have traded up with Buffalo.
Oh, in at 26, obviously. That's got to be an O-lineman. That's got to be Caleb Lomi, right? Or maybe not Caleb Lomi, but it's got to be O-line.
I think so, because if you think that's probably where the 49ers are going to go. So if they want Caleb Lomi, they're going to have to jump the 49ers there.
Yep, very smart, yeah.
And the Bills are not that. Obviously, the Bills don't really need the offensive line. That's not where their priorities lie. So
and they need to acquire more capital. They lost the second rounder for DJ Moore, obviously. And again, the Bills for really obvious, but like, if you take Josh Allen out of that lineup and like you look at the rest of the team and you think, you know what? It's very, very, very top heavy. They need more players, and I think giving up a second for DJ Moore was kind of crazy, and then paying him. Yeah. So yeah, they need more capital.
I think the Bears literally fleeced them for DJ Moore.
That's unbelievable. I thought they might get a 4th round pick, and like coming through, like they've got a second. It's like, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we've also guaranteed his money for 2 years." Like, have you? Why? Like, DJ Moore didn't have any leverage. I don't know what you guys are playing at. But okay, you guys do you, because I think DJ Moore, I think his play really fell off last year. And he seemed to have a bit of an attitude a lot of the times as well, giving up halfway through route. I mean, fairly famously, the play that ended the Vet season was Caleb Williams throwing the interception, but DJ Moore really looked checked out with 7 yards to go on the route. And you're like, it's a fucking playoffs, mate. You can't do that in week 7. You certainly can't do it in the playoffs.
Then again, they wouldn't have been there without him.
There was one where I think I'll find the clip somewhere because I'm pretty sure I've got it stashed away in somewhere, is the one of a play as it kind of develops and keeps developing. You see as the camera pans off, DJ Moore just walked off.
Yeah, he was basically on the bench by the time the pass was thrown. Yeah, I remember it. Yeah, it was earlier in the season, obviously. Yes, I don't think they're going to miss him. And I think getting a 2nd round pick is great for Chicago because they've got, like we said, a ton of needs on defense. Whoever they had here, they're still going to have a ton of needs on defense. Who is best edges available? We've got
and the thing is, Byron, as well, him
take Dylan
Thieneman
for Luther Burden to get like way more playing time.
Yeah, and I think anyone who's a fantasy heading anyway is like Luther Burden to the sky, right? His yards per out run, his per touch basis stats were incredible. Thieneman it is. I think they'll be very, very happy he's fell to 25. I don't think many of us really seen it coming. When did I feed him and going? I had him 19 to the Panthers. He's certainly over under was a lot higher than a lot lower than 25. So Chicago will be delighted with that one. And more to do on the defense. But if you told them today you don't need to move and you're going to get Dylan Thieneman in there, I think they would have said, yeah, that's not bothered to head in the draft. We'll just take Thieneman at 25, please. Mock draft database had him as the 18th best player overall. And we're now on to Houston, we said, right? So we think that's going to be the tackle.
Yeah. One of the ones on Dylan Thieneman as well. Like, he is unbelievably fast, run like a 4.3, 5.40.
Yeah.
And he's unlike, so like when you go with the previous safety who came off the board in Caleb Downs.
Yep.
It's one of the big differences I see between them, and one of the things I think that really raises Thieneman's stock Caleb Downs primarily played in a two-safety system. You did not see him play, whereas Thieneman was constantly in and out of playing a single high as a safety and playing. He split his reps between free safety, strong safety, in the box, at nickel, and he generally played around the defense. He could genuinely be, if you just want to stick him in as a single high, run whatever package, but he can go he can go side to side, he can go sideline to sideline, no problem. Fast. What was that, Tom? You're muted.
And I think famously as well, gritty, first one in the locker room.
Yeah. Both Purdue and Oregon, his coaches said like his dedication for his preparedness, to be ready to go, to it was like they use him as the example on defense. It's like go be like him.
Yep.
I was going to say, does anyone watch cricket here or no?
I've seen it before.
A little bit.
Because didn't Thieneman look a little bit like Joe Root?
Yes, he does.
Yeah, I would say a little bit, yeah.
Hopefully it'll be more pick sixes and hitting sixes.
Yeah. I just thought it when he came out. I was like, he does look a bit like Joe Root.
He does, yeah. Great shot.
There we go. And his NFL comparison to Harrison Smith. So that's a sucker for Vikings fans as well.
That,
in 2 words, white safety, yeah.
Yeah. That was one of your cheesier ones there, Byron.
Thank you very much. So
that was a very family friend. That was a very family friendly one there that you played.
Well, I mean, to be fair, if he'd gone to the Patriots, we might be having a different kind of rooting joke involving some certain insiders. But he didn't. He went to the Bears, so let's just leave it there, I think. Yeah, once again, great pick for the Bears. They got absolutely delighted, aren't they?
It might be more railing than rooting, to be fair, Byron.
I'm going to let it linger. And Dennis Allen as well, DC, who is a very good DC, not as much of a HC, but okay, those Bears fans are doing some kind of cringy dance. I'm going to ignore that. Yeah, Dennis Allen is the exact kind of defensive coordinator that you want a player like that to go to as well, in my opinion. Someone who isn't worried about losing the job anytime soon, isn't going to be going for a head coaching job, can just kind of, rise Thieneman as they go. So, yeah, all good for Chicago. It feels like it's all been good since Ben Johnson got into town, really. The arrow remains up, and what division that's going to be next year. That's all our NFC North teams have picked. Let me see what the odds were going into tonight on the NFC North, because I think it was very tightly packed, as we would expect. So, yeah, I've got Lions 7-4, Packers 19-10, Bears 7-2, Vikings 11-2. Fletch, what's your confidence level the Lions win the division?
Not
Caleb Rutledge.
Oh,
God.
Caleb Rutledge.
I love it.
They needed a guard.
Again, this is more reading about.
Though.
It is quite a reach.
It is.
And I think he's one who had a medical issue coming out of last year. Again, I'm leaning more on you guys here, but from what I was reading, he is like a real ass kicker, right? I think it is kind of the tempo. I said this with the Cowboys last year with Booker, that sometimes you do just need someone who can come in and push people around a bit, and nasty guard is kind of that. So again, I'm looking more at like intangibles and like reading about him here. You guys will have seen him more on film. But between the absolute desperation of need, I'm surprised they had to trade up to do it. I figured it must be a tackle to do so, but yeah. Also nicknamed Big Red, apparently.
If 49ers stick and pick with the next pick, it has to be Caleb Lomi, right?
49ers have traded, so Dolphins are coming up.
Oh, man.
What did Gary say?
Yep.
What he said, I'm going to stay all the way up till 4:30 in the morning, and they're going to trade that pick away.
And I think what's really annoying, I was actually sat here smugly thinking, we're going to get Lomo or Cooper Jr. here, and I never expected them to be there, and I'm going to be so happy. I was just about to say that, and then I just saw next 4 picks, And I thought, 49's 30th. What's happening there? It's the Dolphins, and we'll end up getting like a project. It will stress me to death like that. We could have had Loma or Cooper.
So who's going to Miami then?
As part of the trade, the Houston got the 26th overall and the 91st overall in the third round. The Bills got the 28th, the 69th, and the
167.
167th overall in that.
It's not bad.
Nice for the Bills if there's no one they'll especially wanting 2 picks to, move best part of 30 or 22 later on. And also, it wasn't on our betting show because I made a number of bets and didn't want to go all day. Rutledge I had to be a first round pick at 6-1, so we'll have a little celebration there for that one. I think that's our biggest winner of the night. I think so. So 6-1, I had Caelan Rutledge as a first rounder. So at least one of my late round guys has hit. Still a couple who are in play. But yeah, we'll celebrate that one. Could the Dolphins be coming up for a wide receiver, maybe? I'm going to keep saying Omar Cooper.
I think either him or Boston.
What do you think of Denzel Boston, Nick?
He's not my favorite wide receiver in the in this year's class. I rated Casey and Omar Cooper above him.
Yeah, I thought him a real struggle.
I think he's inconsistent.
Yeah, like you can see what the high end could be, but I really struggled when it was like he's a first round pick. I'm like, is he? It kind of caught me off guard there a bit. Truthfully, when I watched him, I thought he's just a big fella. He doesn't. I don't see the upside really. So
he's got great hands, though. To be fair.
Yeah, I don't know. For his size, he just doesn't look as dominant as he should be. It's kind of like where I struggled with him. But if he hits, and also the upside is.
As well.
Yeah, I seen someone had actually at 27 suggesting for the Niners because you just put Mike Evans one side and Denzel Boston the other, and good luck.
Mm.
Then you also have CMC in the middle of all that, and Brock Purdy will just pick it all day. So yeah, they went tackle earlier. Obviously, Caden Proctor. Any, who are premiums here? Keldrick Falk at edge, Howell at edge, Zion Young at edge. Inside O lines. I'm going to stick Omar Cooper as my name. Anyone got a name they want to throw out?
Oh, Omar Cooper. I'm going to stick with Omar Cooper. In terms of what they need, it's either that or they'll take a reach on someone like a Jamad McCoy. Or the way some of these picks have gone where it's like, oh, we have this guy as the next best at this position. They'll end up going with something like a Brandon Cisse.
Who did they pick with their first one?
Caden Proctor.
I'll take McNeil Warren just to be different.
Yeah.
I like that.
I think pin me down to it. Give me I'll have him taking Jamad McCoy.
Yep, makes sense like it did for the Browns earlier, in my opinion. Not playing for 26 anyway. The upside is a top 12 player in this class. Where did Delane go? 9? Delane. Sorry, Delane went 6. Yeah, fucking hell, it was the Chiefs, so I had 9 in my head. But yeah, can certainly
Chris
see
Johnson.
It.
Oh,
CJ2K out of retirement. What a pick. So it is cornerback, not Colton Hood or Avian Terrell, who I would have had the next.
To be fair, Chris Johnson's highly, I think he's got a lot of upside.
Daniel Jeremiah had him going to the Patriots in his mock yesterday.
Question is, what do the Bills do at 28?
CJ Allen, I reckon. They need back linebacker. They need linebacker. They need defensive interior, safety guard. All those sort of trench picks.
I can see a Kid McDonald here.
Yeah,
maybe Christian Miller.
Yeah, I think McDonald too.
That's our second G5 player off the board, didn't it, Nick? Malachi Lawrence, UCF.
Yeah.
So San Diego sets 2 G5 players off the board, and neither of them are Emmanuel McNeil Warren. Didn't see
That's
that one
crazy
coming.
that he might drop out of the first round.
I don't.
Patriots.
The Bills could. Oh,
trade has been made. Patriots are up. They traded with the Bills.
That we love to see.
So
Bills just moving back and back and back.
Who do you think the Patriots are taking here, Nick?
Well, if they're going tackle, it's got to be Caleb Lomu. I think if they're going tackle, it's Lomu. If they're going edge, then maybe it's Keldrick Folk or TJ Parker. I don't know. Caden McDonald, maybe. But I think the two biggest needs for us are edge and tackle. So for me, it would either be Keldrick Folk, TJ Parker, or Caleb Lomu.
As part of the trade, Buffalo traded number 28 to New England and get number 31 and number 125 back.
Phil's just back.
Caleb
Lomu, there you go.
And the 49ers trade, they get the 30th and pick number 90. So they get a third round pick for moving back 3 spots, and they didn't have a third round. They sent that to Dallas.
Yeah, give it 138 as well. So again, if you've no one in mind at 27 that's strong, moving up 40 spots, total sense, right?
Who's next? Oh, it's the Chiefs, isn't it? They're going to take Cooper.
Yeah, so I think either Cooper, Boston, or one of the edge rushers that's left. Maybe Keldrick Folk, maybe TJ Parker.
Yeah, TJ Parker, yeah. Would they be a Denzel team?
Caleb Lomu played both left and right tackle, as did Spencer Fano. But I think Utah settled on the fact that Fano was a better right tackle and Caleb Lomu was a better left tackle. So they just stopped switching them about.
Ooh.
Take his in.
So I've got no issue with Lomu moving over to right tackle in a year's time to replace Moses.
So, Tom, who are you hoping for?
So
Did you put a name?
Omar Cooper, Denzel Boston, Keldrick Folk, or TJ Parker. One of those 4.
I said Omar Cooper for like 40 picks in a row, it feels like. So I'm going to say they're going to take... who did they take earlier? They took Mansour Delane, so they're not going to take another corner.
Surely it's going to be either an edge. Could be an edge, could be a wide receiver.
I think it'll be Omar Cooper, so it'll be Denzel Boston. But I'm going to say Omar Cooper. Because, like,
I was going to say, what you say now? Oh, they're going to take Denzel Boston, then you watch Omar Cooper comes off the board.
Yeah, that's why I can't not say it's Omar Cooper. Can't know how it's going to go.
I've got a soft spot for Denzel Boston. I don't know what it is. I watched his tape and I just fell in love. So I hope it's him, but who knows?
Be a fun one in the red zone because, you know, as Kelsey ages out.
That's what I'm saying.
Kelsey's a big guy,
in the red zone to Denzel Boston would be a cheat code.
Yeah. I do wonder, is there some, like, you know, duplicativeness between Omar Cooper and Rashee Rice a little? So maybe
that's the only thing, is they are quite similar players. So but then again, Rashee Rice is on his contract year. So after this year, he's probably gone.
Yeah, not a...
Because I don't know if you saw, but he literally said, I want JSN money.
Did he not? Good luck. Good luck with that. It might get it motor racing, maybe, but I don't think it's going to get it in the NFL. So, and I like Rashee Rice as a player, actually. I think he's really good. Scariest player to own in Dynasty, I think, because you don't know what headline you're going to read day to day, but he fucking puts up catches like no other. So I'm not sure how we would do in a non-Mahomes offense though, because so maybe that is a reason to go Omar Cooper and kind of ease that transition out. Because I wouldn't want to give Rashee Rice, CeeDee Lamb, JSN money.
Nah, definitely not.
And I don't think that works for the team building of the Chiefs either. I mean, they traded Tyreek Hill because they couldn't.
It doesn't at all.
Pay that way. So, Fletch,
especially because he kind of regressed last year. Like he had a few drops and he kind of stepped back a little bit.
And the one thing he can't do is drop the ball because like that's all he does is catch. Like he's not burning you over the top like Tyreek did, and he's not like a yak king. So like he has to be able to catch the fucking ball.
You say that, but I think he led the league in yak in his in his first season.
Joe, Fletch, Nick, who are we thinking?
Sorry, I was miles away there.
But still the Chiefs.
Oh, hang on. Jets are back up at number 30.
Oh, 49ers have traded again. There's no first round pick.
Keldrick Falk maybe for the Chiefs.
Yeah, makes sense. One of my early long shot bets in this process was Keldrick Falk to be a top 10 pick. Like I say, I like long shots.
Joe, I apologise. Gary, you were right. You would stay up until ridiculous o'clock, only for the Niners to not make a pick. Lovely.
Fun one to.
Poor Gary.
I always like the team who was picking first on day 2, though. I always think it's like such a little advantage. Like you get to relay the board, you get to listen to everybody's trades coming in. Because I always think that phone must ring all day. Because there's always somebody. It's like, man, that guy's still available. Quick, let's get Jameer McCoy in for some medical testing overnight, etc., etc. So, interesting position the Niners will be in. I presume they've got 33 in that deal. That'd be kind of wild if they didn't. And we're just waiting on. Oh, pick is in for the Chiefs. So
I always love seeing Andy Reid in his like floral shirt.
His Thursday best.
Yeah, literally.
He's one of the few head coaches my wife recognizes, and it's because he is the cheeseburger guy, which I think that is what Andy Reid might want on his tombstone, truthfully.
Yeah, literally. Actually, you do cheeseburgers.
Isn't that what he said when they won the first Super Bowl? Like, what are you going to do with your ring? He was like, I want to go get myself some cheeseburgers.
I'm going to get myself a cheeseburger, yeah.
Chiefs select Peter Woods, defensive interior.
What?
Going up there, him and Chris Jones in the middle-ish then. So, Kalafdis.
That doesn't make any sense. You need an edge rusher. Like, why are you going from interior?
Maybe you're too close to it, Tom. You know, sometimes you can't see the woods for the trees.
Oh, he said his best till last.
I haven't got that far. We've still got some time to go, Joe.
That doesn't make any sense to me, to be fair. But I mean,
it's like the saying Woods, but like his name's Peter Woods.
I think the pick didn't make sense, not the
name. Yeah.
Yeah, I knew where we were going. I'm just being a troll. I apologise.
You don't.
No, I apologise for absolutely fucking nothing.
True. I mean, I get what Gary's saying, that the edges, you know, you can get an edge here or you can get an edge at 80 and they'll be like similar quality.
Yeah.
Yeah. Excuse me. So who would they be after? Who is it you cannot wait until first second pick tomorrow?
Can I give you 3 words, Fletch? Omar Cooper Jr. They've got the tight end. They've got the edge rusher. It's Omar Cooper Jr. Did I even go into the Jets on my mock draft? Can I get some kind of partial win for him going 40 picks later? No, I haven't gone to the Ravens at 17. God damn it.
Bills are on the clock. What's the bet that they somehow end up trading back out?
No, they've traded. The Jets are in.
No, I don't. The Jets pick is in. Bills are on the clock.
The Jets are definitely taking Omar Cooper.
Yeah.
No, I reckon that they're going all in. They're going Garrett Nussmeier here.
Annoyingly, that was
Need
probably
that
competition.
fifth-year option.
Yeah, what else do the Jets need? Wide receiver, edge. I mean, a cornerback who can catch the ball might be handy, considering how they were last year. Colton Hood.
Can I do a defensive tackle? Just because they got rid of Williams.
Yeah.
McDonald.
Linebacker as well, maybe. A lot of needs on that defense, really. I think it's just got to be Omar Cooper, though. They're such a need at wide receiver too.
Yeah.
I like it. I don't know how much you guys have ever seen our show over the. I love AD Mitchell. He gets open all the time. He just can't catch or run with the ball in his hands. Like, if you can sort those things out, but he should have sorted it out by now. Really, let's be fair. But I think it's just like a vertical burner. He's absolutely
Omar
fine.
Cooper Jr.
Knew it.
What did I tell you? Nailed it.
Knew it
First time I've said his name all night.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I love this from the Jets. Sadiq, Omar Cooper, and who they think is the best edge in the class.
They've kind of cooked, to be honest.
Yeah, I think that's great stuff for the Jets.
And they only gave up a 5th round pick to move up 3 spots.
Yeah, 179.
Fantastic stuff for New York. And as I said earlier, I think the Jets are sneaky not that bad. Aaron Glenn needs to obviously have a better year, but I think the line's, I said all this earlier, the line's good, Wilson's good. Young skill players.
I think.
And the defense can't be as bad as last year.
True.
It can't be. Like just regression. It can't be. It has to be at least a little bit.
Maybe they'll finally get an interception this year.
Again, even by accident, they'll get one, surely. That can't happen 2 years in a row.
I think you've got, as the NFL, if it happens, if you do get like 10 games into the season and they've not got an interception, I'd be making calls and just saying, listen, we've got a whole graphics team for all the horrible defensive records that the Jets are about to break. So you can't fire him yet. We can't waste these graphics because you watch they'll go get an interception and they don't break. But like we were saying this, I think, when both Glenn and Johnson left the Lions and got hired, I stood by and stood on my business when I said I think Glenn will be the better head coach overall. So far, not really looked great. But I think out of the two, and I do stand on the idea that the players will play for him.
Yeah,
they may end up not looking good. It may not end up looking good, but those players will.
Ooh.
Tennessee are on the clock.
You did say Bills would trade again.
The Bills.
What did I say? Bills will go out.
Have the Bills made more trade backs or Super Bowls lost in a row? I'm trying to remember what the math is here. It's got to be close, right, at this point.
To be fair, their main need is defensive tackle, and they can just get that in the second round anyway.
Absolutely. And I mean, how far have they moved back? Like 5 picks?
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to... I don't think there's going to be a run on DTs that's going to rule you out of getting the 4th one rather than the first one at this point. So, I love it from the Bills. I think that's a great way to go. If what you need is, or what you want is going to be available later, take it later.
What's the Bills going to do?
Titans.
Sorry.
So Titans went Carnell Tate. Do they go to edge here, Keldrick Falk? That's where I'm going to put my money.
Yeah, why not?
Shout out to all the Bills Mafia who've also... Because then, you've also got not just Gary, but the guys over at the 49ers Faithful Zoom call that they're doing, who've all stayed up until this time. Shout out to anyone in the UK Bills Mafia who has stayed up until this time now and just continuously been let down and let down and let down again.
I mean, the Bills haven't stayed up this late and been let down for...
It's kind of like Joe. Joe stayed up for the 49ers pick and they're just not picking.
So the Bills have given...
At least it's on 9 p.m.
The Bills have given Tennessee number 31, number 69, and number 165. And in return, they've got 35, 66, and 101. So they've moved up 3 spots in the second, but have moved up a good 60-odd spots in the 4th round or 5th round? 4th round. So that's their big. That's the trade.
Stacking and the pick is in. I'm going to go Keldrick Falk. Nick, who are you going for the Titans here?
Yeah, Keldrick Falk maybe, or CJ Allen, because I'm surprised CJ Allen's still there, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's still there.
Each of mine, Paul and Joe's draft bet picks of a first rounder are still available. We had Emmanuel Pregnon for Joe at 6-1, Cassius Howell for Joe 11-5, Zion Young 6-4 for me. We are running out of room quickly though, so be nice for one of them for it to come here. Each of them possible. All line certainly an issue. Edge certainly an issue.
Keldrick Falk, yeah.
Falk, there you go.
There we go.
I had, unfortunately, trying to get the official details of the trade, seeing who they'd got, so I was trying to just stay quiet.
Are the Seahawks still at 32? They haven't traded out?
They are. As now they are, yeah.
They'll probably
somehow the Bills are gonna trade out of that pick. I don't know how they're gonna do it, but they're gonna trade in and get it, and then they're gonna trade out again.
I don't think the Bills are allowed to pick at 32, so yeah, they'd better trade back out. 32 is for winners, Buffalo. Yeah, a lot of things Seahawks could do. Again, we've had, I think, Avi and Terrell being the 32nd pick on a number of our mock drafts and mock draft shows, so I think that would make a lot of sense for them.
I think Colton Hood
as well, yeah, absolutely. Maybe one of the interior linemen, Bisontis, Pregnon, maybe.
Fair play. Keldrick Falk's looking like, I like his fit.
I haven't got it yet, but I'm looking forward to seeing it. I've been enjoying my fit reviews as we go here. So I'll tell you who's fit I don't like. I think Goodell looks like he's wearing a dressing gown. It is an appalling look. You're right, Keldrick Falk.
Goodell's hair's slipping as well.
Yeah.
He kind of gives me what Keldrick Falk's wearing. It reminds me of like Sauce with like the drip, like the chain.
I wonder who's left in the green room as well. Not sure who.
I'll double check that in a sec.
One pick left. This has flown by tonight.
That's the 8 minute. Those 2 minutes make a huge difference. I'm telling you.
That's what I keep on. Anyway, let's not get into.
I was gonna say it's
you say it's flown by, but it's also been like the length of a football game, basically.
Well, that's why they reduced it, didn't it? They want to narrow it down, and by taking 2 minutes off every pick, they save an hour. So
yeah,
true.
But it's a damn good football game.
It's better than a lot of football games. Let's be blunt.
Anyone remember watching the Jets?
I was gonna say we've had 3 Jets highlights. You don't normally get that in an entire season. So
Anyone remember the Bears Vikings 6-3 game?
My god, that game was terrible.
I couldn't even I love games like that when it's good defense, but it was just terrible offense.
That's the thing.
Game.
Is it good defense or is it just we cannot execute? I was thinking when you were saying that a few years ago now, Seahawks Cardinals that finished with a missed field goal each in overtime, 6-6 tie was one of my highlight lowlights. That came to mind. And I love the draft.
There was one with like the 49ers Seahawks that ended like 9-3 or something.
I think it was with the Rams.
Yeah.
I think it was just like terrible weather. I think it was a Thursday night football, and he was just like,
It was. That's spot on. It was, and it was just all field goals all game. That's all they scored.
We had one with the 49ers Seahawks recently. Where the 49ers just got 6 points. Seahawks did score 41. Joe probably remember that better than me, though. So
I can't remember that. I was busy that day.
I'm not surprised. At least someone.
It's like people slagging off the Super Bowl between the Patriots and the Rams. I thought that was an unbelievable defensive display. You love defensive football.
Was, to be fair, I love that one. I
would have much rather have seen Chiefs versus Saints, but yeah.
I wonder why.
Who was it with the pass breakup? Stephon Gilmore. Great
got robbed. The Rams shouldn't have been in that Super Bowl.
I personally would have rather the Lions versus the Dolphins in that one. Just saying from my perspective. In fact, no, because knowing who our head coach was at that time, I don't want him the satisfaction of taking us to a Super Bowl. Screw him.
Was it Matty Patricia?
It was.
All pencil lugs. So Keldrick Falk to the Titans. We have one pick remaining. The Seattle Seahawks. Let's all stick a name on it. I'm going to go Avian Terrell. Joe?
Yeah, that's what I picked in on my draft, in mock draft. So
fantastic. Tom?
Colton Hood.
Nick?
I'll go McNeil Warren.
And Fletch?
Safety is a big one. I'll go Brandon Cisse.
And Gary in the chat has gone Jadarian Price, running back. Be an exciting one. They need a replacement for Ken Walker. I think it'd be a bit wild, but fuck it, it's been a wild night. So
see, I don't think, depending on how you look at it, it's not that wild when you look at the value of taking a running back in the first round because of how you get the 5th-year option and the money it could save you a couple of years down the line. It actually weirdly makes a lot of sense to take a running back. Purely on a financial perspective.
Byron, I've just seen it. I agree with you. It looks like he's wearing pajamas.
Yeah, it's awful. Yeah, not a great look. I just realised the Patriots traded out. Oh no, they got Caleb Lowe when they traded up. I was looking at the bottom of the first round here, and I'm like, they traded out so we didn't have to see their war room and see where Diana Rossini was trying to hide. So, fair enough. I was wrong. Pick is in.
Wow.
They seem excited. Be great if they weren't, though, wouldn't it? Just like, Mike McDonald and John Schneider just throwing fists at each other. Seahawks Deutschland. Got some international viewers in Pittsburgh for the Seahawks. Pick is in. I can't believe how quick this has gone. I know it's 8 minutes a pick, but it's really flowing. Thank you guys for such great company. First of hopefully many AAW, GTW crossovers.
I think so.
100%.
And we've got Paul out the way now as well, so, what could be better?
Do you know what? Every time I think about it, then I realise, like, you're both Northern, so I'm happy either way.
Well,
was he saying?
Not the biggest compliment I've ever had, but all right, cheers, Fletch.
Listen, it is absolutely an
well, I mean, the North's the greatest place in the world. Like I said, Carlisle's the greatest city in the world, so it's certainly the greatest area in the world. But I think you still see a difference between myself, Joe, and Paul.
Jadarian Price.
Whoa, there he is. I'm on Groovy. And like they always say, the price is right. And you thought I'd saved my best for earlier, Joe.
As I say, yeah, you should have left it there, mate.
There we go. What a guy, Gary. My man.
I mean, Gary was right, but also I say it makes sense when you look at the money you end up saving a few years down the line by keeping a running back on the books.
How did Emmanuel McNeil Warren not get picked in the first round when he was like the 13th prospect on DJ's board?
Yeah, 49er, first pick in the next round.
Exactly. That's why I love getting that 33rd pick. In some ways, like, it's not more valuable, obviously, than the 30th, but I think in some ways it's just so good to have it because, like, you get to do another day of evaluation. You get to take all them calls of people wanting to be like, fuck, we can move back up to get this guy. I think 33 is a great place to be.
Just keep trading.
I always like to keep trading.
Just keep trading down. We'll pick on the day through.
It's going to get to the 7th round, and the Bills and the 49ers are going to have 16 picks each.
I also forget how shredded the Mike McDaniel is. Mike McDonald, even.
Yeah. Like, it's a legacy because Pete Carroll was the most ripped 78-year-old I've ever seen. Do you remember when they drafted DK Metcalf and fucking Pete Carroll took his top off? And you're like, you look like you could still fucking bench Pete.
No, right. One to keep an eye on, he's just been hired as Michigan's head coach, is Kyle Whittingham, right? He was at Utah for about 20-odd years. I was reading, so when Michigan hired him, there were obviously quite a few people who've reported out in Utah over the years who were like, oh, it's such a step up. He deserves the opportunity to go to a school like Michigan with the resources and all that. Apparently, obviously, with every game being televised, every Friday they do the production meeting with the crew that are commentating on the game, and they'll go through all the stuff. And obviously, they do it to the NFL and all that. They'll do it on like a Friday at 2 p.m. He would always do his workout at 1:30 p.m. on a Friday. And bear in mind, he's in his mid-60s, and he would walk into every production meeting just kind of curling, top off, 65 years old, and just going, right, let's get it, and then still be doing the workout in the meeting.
That
fair play to him.
That motion there reminds me a lot of the. You don't often see it on camera, but like Patriots press conferences, just going like that and that, and you're like, is the athletic in there? And yeah, it turned out they were. So, not 65 years old though.
I'm surprised that CJ Allen and Caden McDonald didn't go in this first round.
Yeah, I agree.
And McNeil Warren, they're the big three. They're the big three that I expected to go and haven't gone. But
I think Jamad McCoy, McNeil Warren, Avian Terrell, Denzel Boston, Caden McDonald, Zion Young, Cassius Howell, and Colton Hood, all particularly names that have been regularly.
To be fair, I thought Cassius Howell would go in the second round just because of like the length of the arms and stuff.
Oh yeah. But I'm just thinking guys who I don't know. If you go look at PFF now, their ADP on a mock draft is definitely lower than 30.
Yeah,
because they just kept being put toward. I mean, they kept going around the Bills. I was always seeing him around the Bills.
Yep.
Never going to the Bills, but I just always, you name in that general area. So
I mean, every pick from 26 to 50 is around the Bills at this point.
Yeah. Oh, that's a fair point. No, not 26 to 32. We can kind of keep that one out there. But no, there are some really interesting names. See how they fall off the board tomorrow. Chris Brazell as well. He's someone who seemed to slide towards the end. He was getting picked as a first rounder about 3 weeks ago, and then just seemed to his name stopped getting mentioned.
A couple of other DBs that you guys haven't mentioned yet, and again, I'll bow to your knowledge on DBs and college football. Traden Stooks was like a late riser, it felt like, in the process, and D'Angelo Pons. There's so many DBs. Got Brandon Cisse, you mentioned earlier as well. Colton Hood, Avian Terrell, and I mean, we keep saying Jermaine McCoy as well. So maybe you can see why they did fall, because it does become a bit of a backlog of like, is there really one worth reaching for if you can get one, 10 picks later, probably. So, but before we wrap up for the night, favorite pick, most crazy pick, go around. Joe, you got us going. Who was your favorite pick, or your most like what the fuck moment of the night? And you're on mute if you don't know.
Yeah, except for that Ty Simpson one was probably the craziest one. I didn't expect the Rams to go there, and I've seen it all over like X now. It's like a lot of NFC West supporters who are not the Rams are probably pretty happy that they went Ty Simpson, that they didn't improve this year from through the first round. That it's more a future one, and we'll see how it turns out. So, yeah, that's the crazy one. And I think, what do I love? I was a big fan of the Love one. I think the Jets. The Jets getting Cooper Jr. at number 30. Love that. I was hoping the 49ers would get in because I think they need some more wide receiver help. So, but the fact that the Jets managed to get 3 picks and Cooper Jr. is still there at 30, and then you have to give too much up. I think just a 5th rounder for him. I think that's the best pick.
Tom, 2 picks for the Chiefs. Got Peter Woods, bit of a head scratcher, I think it felt like, and Mansour Delane. Yes. How are we feeling after 2 picks?
I'm fairly happy. I did think they were going to take an edge rusher, but at the same time, I can understand. I mean, I understand why they took Delane early. Peter Woods, I was a bit of head scratching by, but at the same time, I don't know how Brett Veach, thought about it and put it into place. So I'm sure he's got a plan. But I would say the most surprising one was Mekhi Lemon falling to 20 to the Eagles. That was a bit of a crazy one. How he strikes again.
Indeed. Nick, obviously, ended with Caleb Lomu, and thoughts on Caleb Lomu as your Patriots. But then, your craziest, your happiest pick of the night that wasn't a Patriots one?
Lomu was really the last one left, and like I said, the Patriots needed to take one, so fair enough. I guess Arizona jumping in with Jeremiah Love was a surprise. I would say Cleveland taking Fano ahead of Maui maybe.
Yeah.
Caden Proctor going at 12 to the Dolphins was a bit of a surprise. And I think probably the last one that I was like, oh, right, okay, would be Caleb Banks to the Vikings. So, it's very hard to say that one absolutely shocked me because you ultimately don't know anyway. But there are the ones that you can see and you think, I did not have that on my radar at all. So, yeah.
Yeah.
And then we go to Fletch, who is now adorning the sickest oversized hoodie I think I've ever seen. It is in United.
It's not a hoodie. It's an
Ude.
Like fluff. It's an Ude or a
Well, I thought you were a
snugger,
common
as some
northern
people
man. I don't
call
know
it.
what the hell an Ude is, mate. So, resident of Lake Michigan.
It's my one middle class southern comfort that is like I have my Ude.
It's beautiful.
I think Parnell take going at 4 did take me a little bit. We always expect him to go top 10. Did not expect him to go in the lower ends of that, in the bottom end. Sorry, the lower end of that top 10. How do we call it when technically they go high, but also they go low, and a low number? But that one took it. I think was impressed with Tom being. When we did the AAW draft, he got the right pick, wrong number, but right pick for the Chiefs, first way round in Mansour the Lane. I've been very, very high, as most people know. I think Nick, more than anyone, can kind of really attest for how high I am on Jordan Tyson. And now I think he's the best wide receiver in this draft. When I was writing this little book and putting some of my last bits in, I went back and watched some more of his tape just because I really, really, really like him. So he was my guy in this draft, and he's gone to my wife's team. So Mrs. Fletch, I will be telling Mrs. Fletch excitedly all about it tomorrow when she wakes up. Happy to see Spencer Fano go ahead and go be the first tackle off the board again. Going back to the offensive line episode we did on the college episode. I was arguing a bit with Nick over who was going to be the number one tackle, and it is a 1A 1B. It was neither of us ever saw it as anything other than a 1A 1B from Fano and Marigo. It's just what you prefer, but it was good to see Fano go, and I'm happy for Ollie that he gets my favourite in the draft. And just watching some of the way those fell, like watching. How Caleb Downs fell out the top 10. Obviously, everyone's going to say it. Ty Simpson is the shock of the draft. Yep. Makai Lemon falling to 20, as everyone said. And my
what
favorite
about
thing
Ruben Bain falling to 15 as well?
Ruben Bain falling to 15. But my favorite thing, and I love to do this every draft, and obviously I had to dip halfway through, fill up the coffee and all that sort of stuff. My favorite thing to do is go and check the Twitter page for the Detroit Lions and just watch the meltdown of people who hate the pick, because everyone hates the pick all the time. Every time it's never the right pick.
And if a GM hasn't earned the trust in Brad Holmes, then I don't know if many have, because that is wild.
Yeah. So, I mean, Blake Miller was not the name I wanted, but I've said this whole time: offensive tackle, go boost up the offensive line. You got the right position. But apparently it wasn't. We didn't trade up to get Ruben Bain Jr., so it's wrong. It's my favourite one. So my favourite thing of the night is watching a meltdown because we got the right pick, but it wasn't what people wanted at the same time. I don't know. I don't get it.
People just have a bad feeling about it. My highlight, Caleb fucking Downs to the Cowboys. Put it in my mock draft. 44 top 10, end on the Cowboys. He did. My biggest shock, it's obviously Ty Simpson, the biggest shock. But Tom came in there with what I thought it was. Ruben Bain's 15. Don't really understand it. Sure, a bit short-armed, but I think that's kind of wild. If he told me Ty Simpson was going ahead of Ruben Bain, I figured Ruben Bain would have been wearing a gas mask at some point tonight. So absolutely stunned by that one. And kind of the biggest kind of bummer of the night, truthfully. is the NFC East. So the Giants had Arvell Reese and Francis Mawanoa. The Commanders had Sonny Styles. Fucking Eagles get Mackay Lemon. The Cowboys, I think, had a great night. And yeah, it still feels like womp. Everyone else got better as well. Like, can none of you guys take Tyson Simpson or Caleb Banks or, one of these shock guys? Everyone just drafts really well. Like,
The shot of Mackay Lemon on the phone that was on the TV was actually him, according to Ian Rappaport. The shot of him on the phone was him on the phone to the Steelers as the Eagles jumped up and nicked him. He was on the phone to the Steelers, and the Steelers were talking to him as in, we're going to take you in our next pick, which was a pick behind. And the Eagles jumped up and nicked him.
That is absolutely incredible. That lemon is going to leave a bitter taste in the Steelers' mouth.
Brilliant. I did enjoy, by the way, the shot of, obviously, with Jordan Tyson coming out, tears rolling down his face. An unfortunate shot of the dribble and all that coming out of his mouth because he was crying so much. That wasn't.
I was going to say, he was snotting everywhere, Fletch.
He was. He's going to look back at that and go, it's one of the greatest moments of my life. Watch me walk out. Oh, for God's sake. Like, I don't. That's my biggest moment in life so far. And it's. But I'm dead happy for him. But the shot of him in the green room, he's watching the NBA playoffs with his mate. And I thought that was just brilliant. The biggest moment of your life, and you've got an iPad in front of you watching NBA playoffs. Love it.
The stylish face in the whole draft was definitely Ruben Bain as well, falling to 15. Like, you could just see he was so pissed off to fall that far.
Well, the Bucks will be happy they've got a pissed off edge rusher.
Yeah.
Is what I'm thinking, because, I mean, he's fucking a force as it is. So, yeah. Pissed off version. I don't think he'll hurt anyone. We've seen plenty of players come out very motivated. Amon-Ra St. Brown being a famous one of the 16 wide receivers taken ahead of him, and I think they're pinned inside his head, truthfully. So we do have one draft pick remaining on our bets episode from Monday. I just seen 49ers wide receiver still in play for me at 17-4. Didn't think it'd be on day 2, but we are still alive. A few hits. I think we got through them all as we went. So not a bad overall outing. We'll update our final P&Ls as we go. But lads, I'm going to wrap up here. Thank you so much, the AAW lads, for joining us. We had Gary on earlier. Our Falcons fan, Chapman. Thank you very much. Name slipped me. We had your boy K come on for a second and end our fucking stream, so we'll be in touch. But otherwise, real smooth sailing. Thank you guys for sticking up all night and making this such a blast. Joe, cheers as always for being the man. We will see you Monday at Good Teams and Great Teams Cover for our winners and losers episode of the entire draft day weekend. AAW, what will we see from you guys in the next coming days, week?
In the coming days, well, Monday we're recording Hurdle the Line. We'll obviously have the draft reaction episode for Hurdle the Line. That'll be out Tuesday morning, 6 a.m. UK time. Then on Wednesday, we'll be doing something on the college pod. As Nick, do you want to tell him what
we won't be doing anything about the draft because these players are now dead to us.
Thank you very much,
because they are no longer college players. Doesn't matter.
Thank you very much, Nick. That is how we stand on it. So we'll probably look at something like the players we do care about who are no longer dead to us, and we'll start looking at the 2027 draft because everyone loves looking at the next year draft.
Will there be a way too early 2027 mock draft perchance?
Probably between us, yes, probably. We'll see. But there's nothing we do. I will do one, but I will never release it because I hate people who put them out.
Criticism noted.
Criticism was specifically because I saw it. I wouldn't have said it if you didn't. But no, we'll be starting looking at some of the 2027 prospects, I guess, and starting to put them on our board. So, and then finally, we'll have the fantasy den out as well. So looking at how do some of these picks relate to fantasy, and as far as fantasy football goes, there's plenty going on, and we've got more stuff coming. So AAW_network is probably just the best way, and then find your way to the thing you like from there.
Fantastic. Well, that is us for the night. Thank you, the guys in the chat, all the viewers for joining us. But we are going to make like Diana Rossini's marriage and split.